Hello and welcome to today's Mystic Musing. I'm your host, Cindy Van Arnhem, possibilitarian and master numerologist, and I am passionate about working with healers, coaches, and spiritual teachers to help you achieve financial success and a life full of adventure without the hustle and the grind. So every afternoon, I like to pop in and do a reflection of the day's energy to just feel into how we experience the day. Joy and Jonah come live every morning to tell us what to expect. And then coming in at the end gives us an opportunity to learn from the energy that we experience. How did we experience it? For me personally, it's always been about the reflection where I've learned the most. So today's energy, the Ace of Spades, ruling number 9. No joke energy. And, one of the things that has always been asked of me from my clients is, Cindy, how did you learn not to build mountains anymore? How did you become this person who can get shit done without always working? I have the ability to get a lot of things done in a very short period of time. But there is something very specific behind that that's helped me to get to that place. I didn't used to be that person. I used to be the get shit done girl. In fact, that was the name of my business, Get Shit Done. And at the time, I had the work ethic from growing up on a farm. The harder you work, the more money you make. That was the belief that I carried. And I put value in my effort. And so anything I received in return for that effort, I defined that as my worth. Not a healthy place to be. And so as I was working as a virtual assistant, I was literally working 15-hour days, 7 days a week, hustling, grinding, pushing myself to the very limits. My relationships were falling apart at the seams. My health was falling apart at the seams. I was suffering from adrenal fatigue. I was drinking myself to sleep every night. It wasn't a healthy place to be. But I had this belief system. I had this mental pattern that the more I effort, the more work I put into something, the more that I will receive in return, and that will define who I am as a person, my value, and my worth. Very common belief, and something that I deeply resonated with. And then I learned the tools of mastering the brain game. I started working with Joy Kingsborough. I started living and breathing. Because what I knew to be true is the things I had been doing weren't working out so well. I was broke. I was living PayPal to PayPal. I was miserable. My health was failing. My relationships were failing. And so what did I have to lose by trying something different? But the trying something different wasn't this like flash in the pan, boom, it's done. Woo, this is easy. No, that's not how easy it was. Now, the things that I speak to are very, very simple, but they're not easy because they require commitment. They require the desire to lean in and do things differently. They require a level of trust in shifting your belief systems, shifting your mental patterns, and committing to doing that day after day after day. It's not that one day you decide and all of a sudden it just falls into place. You must decide, and then you must be committed to deciding and feeling that sensation day after day after day. And so in the very beginning, I made a decision that when I meditate, I make more money. And so I started going out onto the patio. I would meditate on the patio. I would play with the dog. I would just allow myself to be instead of do. Not an easy thing for an overachiever, workaholic person who believed that my value was defined by how much effort I put into something. But I decided time after time after time, and I kept interrupting the pattern. I would see the pattern where I'd sit in front of my desk and I'd be like clicking in between things. Well, no, interrupted. Go meditate, go do something, go be a human being instead of a human doing. And so it took time to shift the pattern. It took the daily repeated daily repeated commitments of being on the patio, meditating, playing with the dog, stepping away from the computer. And in doing so, my whole world started to shift to reflect that back to me. And so then I decided to do it again. Many of you have heard my story of wealth activation, where I made a decision that I was including wealth in my experience. And then I had to choose it day after day after day after day and activate the slight edge. It wasn't that just one day I woke up and I said, I'm going to be wealthy. Where's my lottery ticket? And it all worked out. That's not how it works. We must build momentum with the commitment to choosing. And so I would choose to feel what wealth felt like, excuse me, every single day. I would tap in, I would activate my flame of wealth, and I would choose to feel it every day, despite what the world was reflecting back to me. And pretty soon, the world started to shift in reflection. It didn't happen right away. It happened quickly, but it didn't happen immediately. And I started to embody these laws even more, until I got to the point where I began to believe in miracles. I believed that miracles were possible. I believe now that miracles happen every single day in every single moment. Many of my clients ask me, but what should I be doing? How? What's the process? What do you do? How do you know what to do? When am I going to see the results? It's not about the universe handing you what you want on a silver platter. You are in partnership with the universe. But we've been trained that the doing is external, that I must be building a website, I must be building a landing page, I must be posting on social media, I must be doing. When I say you are a human being and not a human doing, I don't mean go lay on the couch and eat potato chips and just be. I don't mean be like a lump on a log and do nothing. Being is active. It's just not external. It's internal. So what do I mean by that? I mean thinking the thoughts and feeling the feelings of the thing you want all the time. You want wealth in your experience, you better be thinking thoughts of wealth and feeling the wealth. And not getting caught up in the story of, I'm broke, I can't afford that, so-and-so told me this when I was a kid, money doesn't grow on trees. Just let that go. Let it go. Focus your thoughts and your feelings on wealth. Or you want a happy, healthy relationship, focus your thoughts and feelings on love and connection. Not, he doesn't love me, I'm not getting what I want from him, etc., etc. We have these mental patterns that run around and around and around because that's what our brains that's what our brains do. They see pattern and they run those patterns until we tell our brain differently. But telling your brain differently once doesn't equal results. Telling your brain differently day after day after day equals results. So it's about the commitment and then the active participation with the universe. Being means activating the thoughts and the feelings all the time and then taking inspired action from there. So when I say be a human being, not a human doing, what I'm really saying is be in partnership with the universe, co-create with the universe. Don't just sit there and wait for the universe to hand it to you. That's not how it works. You are in partnership, which means you both have equal roles. But your role isn't to go do outside of you. It is to activate within you. That's the difference. That's the lesson that I have learned in the last 5 years. And I can promise you, it does not have to take you that long. I have seen clients do it in 3 months or less. It's just a matter of being aware of your patterns, choosing to shift them, and committing to doing what it takes, not from the outside, but from the inside. If you don't know how to do this, reach out. If you are looking to activate wealth, join us in Money Mojo. We start next week. I'm so excited. Money Mojo is the #1 course that changed my life beyond mastering the brain game. It is the course that is designed around universal law to help you have a massive shift in your money story so that you can activate wealth in 5 days or less. I have seen clients open up possibility for themselves. I have seen money pour in for clients that they were not expecting. I have seen miracles occur in Money Mojo. So if you want to join, grab the link. It's in the comments. It's in my bio. It's everywhere. Join us in Money Mojo next week. And if you really want to have the shift, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you're bored of being broke all the time, this is the shift. Money Mojo, Mind Shift, or Brain Game, all 3 of those will get you there. If you're willing to do the inner work, not the outer work. All right, I love each and every one of you. I believe in you, and I see your power. And I realize that I did not come back to the energy of today. So let me just touch on that. The whole point of my story was about the energy of today. That Ace of Spades is asking us to go inward. The Ace of Spades opens up the veil for us to see the difference between the material and the ethereal. It gives us the opportunity to tap into the spiritual aspect of what's possible for us. It gives us the opportunity to transform our beliefs, to transform our thoughts and our emotions so that we can have the results that we want. The Ace of Spades is transformational. And so today, I still occasionally catch myself in the doing. And today I caught myself clicking around on things. I was like, wow, what am I doing here? And so I stepped back and I went for a walk. The sun was out. It's beautiful. I made myself some delicious food in the middle of the day, which a lot of times I don't have time for. I had space today. I created the space so that the transformation could occur without me having to do something. All I needed to do was know deep within my heart and my soul that I am connected to Source, I am in partnership with Source, and we are co-creating our dreams together. That's how it works. So that was my day today, just being. I had some doing, but I was mostly being. I got to be on some calls with beautiful humans, Kelly, you being one of them. And I got to tap into universal law and the law of divine timing with Joy in the Miracles Masterclass and just be and soak up that information and feel the energy of the law of divine timing in each of the steps. I got to walk in the beautiful sunshine. Now I'm going to go for another walk. It's been a great day. So let me know how you experienced today's energy. I would love to know as we step into new energy tomorrow. We've got a completely different shift. We've got a ruling #1 as we move into the 1 energy, that new energy. And we've got the King of Diamonds, the Spades energy is coming to a close as we step into the material world. If you caught any of my forecasts from the previous week, I talked about this. The inner transformation equals stability in the material world. So today's your day. Transform. Nothing to do. All the being. Being is active participation. All right. Have an incredible day. Thank you for watching. And I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.